Hello, this is Ted Hawkins with Glen Acres Church of Christ. I'd like to take a minute or two to talk about what it means to live our lives for other people and how we can do that in a biblical fashion. Living our lives for others is basically putting the needs of others above our own needs, and it centers on the idea of a sacrificial lifestyle that builds our lives around what other people needs, basically embodying some core ideas with Jesus as the ultimate role model. Philippians 2:3-4 instructs believers to do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking at your own interests, but looking to the interests of others above and ahead of yourself. We're called to love one another. The New Testament is filled with instructions on how to treat people in our community. Key examples are in Galatians 6:1-2, we're to carry each other's burdens. In 1 Thessalonians 5:11, it talks about building each other up even more as we see the day approaching, and being devoted to one another in love in Romans 12:10. Serving as, in Romans 12:1-2, serving as a living sacrifice describes the idea of our righteous lifestyle as our physical act of worship. Romans 12:1 describes this often requires a sacrificial of personal comfort, time, preference to meet the needs of those around us. And then two more points: living in action and in truth. 1 John 3:18 talks about and says, "Dear children, let us not love with words or speech, but with action and in truth." This basically means providing for those around us physically, emotionally, and spiritually for the needs of those in our sphere of influence. And then 1 Peter 4:10 talks about using your gifts wisely. We've all been given gifts according to the Spirit, according to what God has planned for us. And if we are selfish with our gifts and we don't use our gifts, then we end up holding back the blessings that God might have in store for other people by being more self-centered than we should. So to wrap up, living our lives for others basically is considering others' needs above our own. Thank you.